and welcome to my channel, Sana Wellness. Today we'll continue with the series Developing Self-Regulation Skills. And we'll be talking about different playful strategies that you can use to help children cooperate. Remember that in my last video, I talked about an empathetic model that you can use to help children calm down. And in this model, there are 2 steps. The first one is to be able to connect with the child emotionally, and then the second one is to redirect the child's behavior. So with these playful strategies, I'm going to focus on the second step, redirecting the child's behavior. I want to remind you that before using any strategies, including playful activities, it is important to connect with the child first and make sure that they're ready to listen and that they're in an emotional state that they can engage in that playful interaction. Some of the strategies that I'll be talking about today, I took out from the book Attachment Play: How to Solve Children's Behavior Problems with Play, Laughter, and Connection by Aletha Solter. So first of all, I want to talk about general strategies that could help you in the process of helping children cooperate. The first strategy is to be able to give the child a choice within the activity that they can't choose. So for example, if the child is refusing to dress, you can give him a choice or give her a choice, and you can ask, do you want to put your pants on first or your shirt? What do you want to do first? Or if the child is refusing to go to the car to leave the house, you can say, do you want to walk to the car like a rabbit, like a bunny, or like a gorilla? So in that sense, the child is given the opportunity to have some control. The second strategy is to be able to avoid saying no and giving a conditional yes instead. So for example, if the child wants a treat, instead of saying no, you can't have a treat, you can say you can have the treat after you eat your dinner. Or if the child is refusing to leave the playground, you can say it's time to go. We can come back to the park tomorrow. So in that sense, you are saying yes to what the child wants, but in your own terms. The third strategy is to communicate to the child what you expect from them without using the word no. So communicate it in a positive way. So instead of saying don't yell, you can say please use a quiet voice. Or instead of telling them don't hit your brother, the idea is to tell them please treat your brother with kindness. The last strategy is really helpful for older kids and adolescents, and the idea is that instead of telling the child what to do, you ask them when they're gonna do it. So if you want them to organize their room, instead of saying go organize your room, you go and say when are you planning to organize your room? So that gives the child or the adolescent some power over what they need to do, but you are still expecting them to do it. Now let's move on and talk about the playful activities that can help your children cooperate. The first one has to do with using a puppet or a toy, and this toy will be the one telling the child what to do instead of you. So that makes the activity more fun and more engaging for the child. The second strategy is to be able to use songs that have to do with the activity that you want them to do. So if you are picking up toys or organizing, you can use a cleanup song. And the third strategy has to do with this one too, is the idea of using competition as a playful way to engage kids, and you let the child win. So if you're cleaning up, you can say, I bet you I can pick up the blocks faster than you. Or you can even use the song and say, I bet you we can clean up all the toys before the song ends. The fourth strategy has to do with using nonsense play within the activity that you want the child to do. So if the child is refusing to dress or has a hard time with that particular activity, you can say something like, oh, it's time to get dressed. How about we put our socks in our hands? Or if it's time to brush our teeth, then you can say something, oh, it's time to brush our teeth. Do you think my teeth are up here? And you can pretend to brush your eye or your nose and be playful about it. The next strategy has to do with giving the child a chance to not cooperate within the context of play. So you can use the game, for example, the Cave of Animals, where you pretend to be an animal. It can be a lion, and the child is the lion baby. And the idea is that you instruct the child that you're gonna go out and hunt for animals, and he or she needs to stay in the cave. But the child obviously comes out, and then you act out very playfully that you're angry and that he has to or she has to go back to the cave. If you have other children, like siblings, you can have the other siblings play other animals that are trying to eat the baby lion. Or you can also exchange characters. So you can be the cub, and then the child can be the lion mom or dad. In this strategy, you can also do other activities where you invite the child not to cooperate with you. So if you're eating a snack, you can challenge the child and you can say, don't you dare to eat my food when I'm not looking. So then you walk away and then you start peeking and looking back, and then that invites the child to pretend they're eating your food or actually eat it, and you make it a playful activity. Or you can challenge them for a pillow fight. So you can say something like, don't you dare to hit me with a pillow. And then that way the child is invited to go against you and have a pillow fight. So the idea is, again, to help the child use non-cooperation during play so that they don't have the need to not cooperate with you in the real life. The last strategy that I want to share with you was something that a mom talked about in one of the classes that I attend with my children. She uses this strategy when her girls don't want to cooperate. So she pretends to be an animal. Sometimes she's pretended to be a cat or a robot. And then so the cat is the one who tells the girls what to do, not in words, but in cat language. So then she's pointing at what they need to do, and then the girls are trying to figure out what the cat is telling them. And then the cat reacts in a certain way depending on whether the cat is pleased or not pleased with what the girls are doing. So these can really turn into something really playful and fun.
Oh, meow meow. Yeah. Meow meow meow. Meow meow. Yeah. Meow 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 meow. That's the tight. Meow. No, they're not half. Oh. It's tight. Oh, meow. Meow meow meow. There's no head hole. No meow meow. No, that's not a head hole. Meow. No, that's not your head hole. Meow. Meow meow meow. These are tight. Meow. Yeah. Oh. Meow. Meow meow. Meow meow meow. Yeah. Meow meow. Yeah. Oh, meow meow. Meow. A fluffy cat. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Oh, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. What? Meow, meow. What? Meow. High five? Meow. Meow, meow, meow. I know you're thinking. Meow, meow, meow.
Now, for professionals and teachers working with children, I know sometimes kids have a hard time separating from their parents to go to school or to go to the office, or on the contrary, sometimes kids have a hard time leaving the office to go back to their caregivers. So sometimes I use choices and playful choices to help them with these. So I ask them, do you want to go to my office walking like a tiger, or a frog, or a bunny? And then the child has that choice. Sometimes I've also played hide and seek, And so the idea is that the child looks for me in the waiting room. So I hide behind the couches or the chairs, and then I start moving closer to my office, and then the child has to look for me until we get to the office. And then we can play these activities to go back to their caregivers at the end as well. I also wanted to say that within the session that I have with children, then I also use playful choices with them. And I try to use choices as much as I can to empower children to make decisions and to feel in control. I hope you like these playful strategies and that they can help you in the process of helping children cooperating with you. In the description of this video, I will include the link to the book that I talked about. I will also include a few children's books that you can use to talk with your children about cooperating and not cooperating. They're fun and funny, and they can just support you in this process of helping children cooperate with you. Thank you for coming to my channel, Sana Wellness. Don't forget to follow me on social media, like this video, like my channel, and subscribe. Also, please make questions and comments and tell me what topics you want me to include in my future videos. See you soon with more videos. Bye.